Hello there, grade 9 students. I'm Teacher Ryan and welcome back again to our new lesson in math. For this video, we are going to discuss about operations of radicals. If you guys are interested and want to learn more about this topic, please keep on watching. Let's begin with addition and subtraction of radicals. In adding or subtracting radicals, you can only add or subtract similar radicals. When we say similar radicals, these are radicals that have the same index and the same radicands. Example, the fourth root of 7, negative the fourth root of 7, and 5 the fourth root of 7. As you can see in our first example, the radicals of the same index, which is 4, and also the radicands, which is both 7. Another example of similar radicals is 2 the square root of 11, the square root of 11, and negative 4 the square root of 11. While the similar radicals are radicals that have different radicands or different indices or both. Example, the cube root of 11 and the square root of 11. These radicals are unlike or dissimilar because their index are different even though the radicands are the same. Another example is the fifth root of 2 and the fifth root of 7 because the radicands are different though their indices are the same. Now, let's start adding and subtracting radicals. So, let's have number 1. 7 the square root of 3 plus 5 the square root of 3 minus 2 the square root of 3. So, kung mapapansin ninyo dito sa ating example number 1, pare-pareho yung kanyang index at pare-pareho din ang kanyang radicand. Kaya pwede natin silang i-add o i-subtract. So, unahin muna natin i-add o i-subtract ang kanilang mga numerical coefficient. So, numerical coefficient, ito yung mga number na nasa unahan ng radical sign, katulad ng 7, ng 5, at saka yung negative 2. So, yun muna ang unang isosolve natin. So, 7 plus 5 minus 2. Then, copy the common radicals, which is the square root of 3. So, we have 7 plus 5 is equals to 12. 12 minus 2 is equals to 10. Then, copy the common radicals, which is the square root of 3. So, the answer for number 1 is 10 the square root of 3. Now, let's have number 2 example. 3 the cube root of 5 minus the cube root of 5. So, as you can see, same index, same radicand. So, pwede natin silang i-subtract. So, i-subtract natin yung kanilang mga numerical coefficient na 3 at saka negative 1 dito. So, guys, tandaan na kapag wala kayong makitang number sa unahan ng radical sign, it is understood na 1 ang kanyang numerical coefficient. So, 3 minus 1, then copy the common radicals, which is the cube root of 5. So, 3 minus 1 is equals to 2, then the cube root of 5. Okay, next, let's have number 3 example. 2 the square root of 9 plus 7 the square root of 9. Okay, so dito sa number 3 natin, same index pa rin at same din ang kanilang radicand. Kaya, pwede natin silang i-add. So, add natin yung numerical coefficient na 2 and 7. 2 plus 7, then copy the common radicals, which is the square root of 9. Then, 2 plus 7 is equals to 9. Pwede natin hanapin yung prime factors ni 9. So, i-divide natin siya sa kanyang prime factors. So, 9 divided by 3 is equals to 3. So, ang prime factors ni 9 ay 3 times 3 or 3 squared. So, the square root of 3 squared. So, bakit natin siya ginanito? Ang goal kasi natin is para i-divide natin yung exponent dito sa index natin. So, since ang exponent na to is divisible dito sa index na to, so, pwede natin siyang ma-divide. So, 2 divided by 2 or simply cancel na lang natin yan para shortcut katulad nung ginawa natin dun sa last video natin. So, we have 9 times 3. So, wala na siyang radical sign kasi naalis na siya kanina. or dinivide na natin kasi siya dun sa exponent. Or pwede rin naman, diretsuhin nyo na kunin ang square root ng 9 is equals to 3. So, same lang din yun kung ayaw nyo gawin yung prime factorization method. Okay, so kaya, ang number 3 natin is 27. So, 9 times 3 is equals to 27. Next, number 4 example. 2 the square root of 12 plus 3 the square root of 27. So, as you can see dito naman sa ating pang-apat na example, ang index nila ay magkatulad, pero yung radicand nila ay magkaiba. So, paano natin gagawin yun? Kasi ang sabi nga natin kanina, ang pwede lang i-add ay yung similar radicals. Kaya in this case, isi-simplify muna natin yung kanilang mga radicand if possible. And to do that, we can do the prime factorization method. So, i-divide natin yung 12 at saka yung 27 sa kanilang mga prime factors. So, baba muna natin yung numerical coefficient niya na 2. Tapos, i-divide natin yung 12 sa mga prime factors niya. So, 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, the prime factors of 12 are 2 squared times 3. So, 2 squared dahil dalawang 2 tapos times 3. Then, ibaba naman natin yung numerical coefficient ni 27, which is yung 3. Tapos, i-divide natin ang 27 ng kanyang mga prime factors. So, 27 divide 3 is equals to 9. Then, 9 divided by 3 is equals to 9. So, ang prime factors ni 27 ay 3 times 3 times 3 or simply the square root of 3 squared times 3. Baba natin to. Simplify na natin sila. So, 2, yung exponent na 2, di-divide natin dito sa index na to or simply cancel. Yung 2 ay mailalabas na sa radical sign. So, i-multiply natin siya dito sa numerical coefficient na 2. Tapos, ang natira na lang doon sa radical sign ay yung 3. So, the square root of 3. Then, plus, bring down yung numerical coefficient na 3. Then, i-divide natin yung exponent dito sa index. So, we have So, that means si 3, lalabas ng radical sign. So, i-multiply natin siya dito sa numerical coefficient na 3. At ang natira doon sa loob ng radical sign ay yung isang 3. So, the square root of 3. So, sunod, kunin natin yung product muna ng mga numerical coefficient. So, 2 times 2 is equals 4. Then, bring down the square root of 3 plus 3 times 3 is equals 9, then the square root of 3. So, dito, makikita ninyo, magkatulad na yung kanilang radicals. So, same index na sila, same radicands na sila. In short, similar radicals na sila. So, therefore, pwede na natin silang pagplasin. So, i-add muna natin ang kanilang numerical coefficient na 4 and 9. Tapos, copy the common radicals, which is the square root of 3. Then, 4 plus 9 is equals 13. Then, the square root of 3. So, final answer for number 4 is 13, the square root of 3. Okay, next, let's have our last example sa addition and subtraction of radicals, which is 3 the square root of 8 minus 2 the square root of 2 plus 5 the square root of 3. Okay, so dito naman sa ating example number 5, so magkakatulad nga yung kanilang index, pero ang kanilang mga radicands ay magkakaiba. So, katulad ng ginawa natin dito sa number 4, titignan natin yung mga radicands kung pwede pa nating ma-simplify. So, sa 3 the square root of 8, si 8 pwede pa natin siyang ma-simplify. Pero, yung the square root of 2, wala na. Hindi na natin yan masisimplify. At saka yung the square root of 3, wala na rin tayong magagawa dyan. Kaya ibig sabihin, ang sisimplify lang natin na radicands ay the square root of 8. So, ganitong gawin natin. I-divide natin uli ang 8 sa kanyang mga prime factors. So, we have 8 divided by 2 is equals to 4. And 4 divided by 2 is equals to 2. So, the prime factors of 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, baba na natin yung, so, ito na siya. Yung 3 na coefficient niya, yung numerical coefficient, nasa labas. Tapos, yung prime factors ni 8 ay 2 squared times 2. So, tapos, eto sila dahil nakasimplify naman na sila at wala na tayong magagawa dyan, i-bring down na lang natin ang mga yan. So, negative 2 the square root of 2 plus 5 the square root of 2. Okay, so next, ang gawin natin is alisin natin tong exponent. So, i-divide natin siya dito sa index. Or simply cancel na lang natin para mas madali. Okay, so 2 divided by 2 is equals 1. Kaya itong 2, lalabas na siya at i-multiply natin siya dito sa numerical coefficient natin 3. At ang natira na lang sa loob ng radical sign ay yung isang 2. Tapos ito, i-bring down lang natin uli. Then, i-multiply natin ang numerical coefficient sa 2. So, 3 times 2 is equal 6. Then, copy the square root of 2. Again, i-bring down natin mga to. Yan. So, as you can see, dito sa expression na to, ang 6 the square root of 2 minus 2 the square root of 2, pwede na natin silang pagsamahin. Bakit? Kasi, same ang index na nila, at saka same na rin yung radicand nila. In short, similar radicals na sila. So, pwede na natin silang i-combine. So, unahin muna natin to. 6 minus 2, then copy the common radicals, which is the square root of 2. Then ito, dahil iba yung kanyang radical, so i-bring down lang natin siya. 5 the square root of 3. So, 6 minus 2 is equals 4, then copy the square root of 2. So, since ito ay iba, bring down lang natin ulit siya. Since silang dalawa ay magkaibang radical, so hindi natin sila pwedeng pagsamahin. Kaya, ang final answer natin sa number 5 ay 4 the square root of 2 plus 5 the square root of 3. That will be the end of our discussion about addition and subtraction of radicals. See you in my next video. Bye!